Thanks, Scott. And thank you for the opportunity to speak to everybody for a few minutes today. I appreciate being asked. I'm Mya Holzemer. I am a national sales engineer for ACI, or Automation Components. I've been there going on about 13 years now. I've been in this industry selling controls for my entire professional career. It's been about 27 years at this point.
Didn't you do it before you were a professional too?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
I started out at my dad's company, Autotran, when I was in high school, filing and answering the phones and just helping out over the summer. And became a true professional when I graduated from college and moved into an official sales and marketing role. A lot of familiar faces here. It's really fun to see people that I've worked with for a long time. ACI, for those of you who aren't already familiar with us, or Automation Components, is a sensor and transmitter manufacturer. We're based out of Middleton, Wisconsin, which is essentially the Madison area. And we started business in 1991, making sensors and transmitters primarily for the commercial HVAC and building automation industries. We service a lot of marketplaces, but that is the bulk of our business. We've been in business over 33 years now, and our solutions include lines for temperature, relative humidity, pressure, current, power metering, gas detection, which includes not only CO2 and other IAQ sensors, but also we offer a full line of toxic and combustible gas leak detection and refrigerant leak detection. We build a line of signal conditioning boards, and we have a variety of accessories like smoke detectors, freeze stats, power supplies, and more. Recently, ACI became a proud member of the Dwyer Omega family. Our products, they're used in buildings and applications all over the globe. So today's topic, where we are focusing more on the growth of opportunities in spaces like data centers, industrial plants, schools, or non-commercial building spaces, I think it really lends itself well to a lot of our products and capabilities, and it's also very timely for where we're at in our industry right now. I'm going to focus on just a couple of our products today, one of them being one of the most popular products that we sell. It's our line of copper averaging sensors and transmitters, and the other being the ECM-CS25A, which is one of our newer, more unique devices that we're making to monitor ECM motors. Could you please switch to the next slide? Thank you. So I'm going to start out talking about the copper averaging sensors and transmitters. And again, this is one of our most popular sellers. We build these using RTDs, thermistors, or as a custom spanned analog transmitter. And there's a couple of things that I think make this line stand out for us when people are considering it for their needs. One of those things being the fact that we can build these in long lengths. If we are building them with a thermistor, we have standard lengths available up to 50 feet. And if, as an RTD or a transmitter, we have standard lengths available up to 100 feet. And if it's an RTD or a transmitter, that's going to be a continuous averaging element. So it's going to be a more reliable way to monitor temperature over large areas than, say, a single point duct sensor or an averaging solution that's using multiple sensing points. And given some of the huge equipment and ductwork that's in use today in spaces like data centers, industrial plants, et cetera, the ability to get a single averaging sensor in a longer length can be a real benefit to people. These products can help save on the valuable real estate of inputs and outputs at the controller. We all know how much additional controllers and additional I/O cards can cost. And it's providing a full solution for temperature monitoring in areas with the potential for stratification of air, with fewer parts needed to purchase and fewer parts needed to install once in the field. So hopefully saving some time and money as well. Secondly, we have the ability to offer NIST certificates for these products and all of our temperature solutions, if that's something that a customer is requesting or something that is listed on a specification. We can do 3-point certificates, and if you are using a transmitter, there's an optional 5-point certificate as well. So accurate temperature monitoring can be very critical when we're talking about a data center or a hospital or a laboratory. It's used to do things like preserve equipment, keep those server rooms cool so the servers don't overheat. And in hospitals and labs can be helping to do things like prevent the spread of infection, preserve vaccines and other medicines. And ACI has the ability, again, to not only offer this capability on our temperature line, but we can also do it on all of our RH transmitters and some of our pressure transducers as well. Next slide, please. So let's switch gears a little bit, and instead of talking about things in our industry that get larger, let's talk about what gets smaller in the interest of energy efficiency. So ECM motors, or electronically commutated motor use, is definitely on the rise. And ACI's ECM-CS25A offers a reliable way to monitor the current draw on these motors. Historically, this has been a challenging application because the motor will draw a small amount of current even when it's in standby mode or technically off. And the ECM-CS25A features the lowest adjustable trip point in the industry right now. It can be adjusted all the way down to 0.075 amps or 75 milliamps. And you can adjust between there and a half of an amp, allowing you to set that trip point just above the standby mode on your motor without having to do multiple wire wraps or a complicated installation process. When our engineers work on new product designs or revamping and improving existing designs, one of the things that's always top of their priority list is bringing a design to the marketplace that offers ease of installation in the field. Excuse me. Finally, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to our absolute newest product. It is the MSCT, or Mini Current Transmitter line. It was featured in all the advertising that we did for the show. Hopefully you saw it. These are mini current CTs that are built on the same footprint as the ECM switch, but are going to allow for an analog signal out, either a 4 to 20 milliamp or a 0 to 5 volts DC. They feature excellent accuracies and are very price competitive. We do have samples of the ECM switch and the mini CT line at our table, along with a lot of our other solutions. Barry and I will be there, and we hope you'll stop by to ask any questions you might have or talk about any projects you're working on. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mya.